So recently, Google unveiled their all-new generative artificial intelligence bot, or a general AI bot called Bard. And Bard has been in the works for the past few months now, with a developer's version which was released a few months ago, but now it is open to the public all across the world. This took place recently during the Pixel 7a launch event. Let me know if you want a complete video on that as well. Coming back to this, well, Bard AI has had about 2 weeks or so of learning experience, and I want to see how well it holds up against Microsoft's Bing AI, which has already been here for the past 2 months or so, and we'll be doing a complete comparison of that. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Okay, so during the launch of Bard, Google did mention that they're going to be rolling out more and more updates for Bard in the coming weeks, which means that it is still experimental and not completely built. But I still want to see how well this experimental version of Bard holds up against Bing. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be giving it a series of questions based on different categories, and we're going to be seeing how well it performs, whether answers are correct, and in terms of creative knowledge, how can we compare the two of them? So I'll be keeping a point system on either side of the screen. You guys can check it out, and we'll check the finals at the end. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with something simple. I guess we'll just start with asking both of these versions of AI to introduce themselves. Let's go. So I've set Bing onto a balanced format instead of putting it on either creative or precise, because Bard does not actually have that feature. I would not give a point to Bing for that reason. But if I look at the answers it has provided, while Bing has given a pretty big description of what it can do and that it's still under development and the different tasks it can perform, Bing on the other hand gives a pretty simple explanation actually. So if it was the first time I was using either of these AIs, I would surely give the point to Bard, because over here Bard actually is letting you know what you can do with it, while Bing is just saying something basic. So while it is a good job by both of them, I would give this point to Bard. Okay, so for the next question, I think we're going to ask each of these AI bots to compliment or ask their opinion about the other one. So let's ask Bing, what are your opinions about Bard AI? And to Bard, let's ask, what are your opinions about Bing AI? Okay, so Bard is Google's AI-powered chatbot that is designed for open-ended conversation. It has a much more welcoming interface that will appeal to a lot of people, no matter how technically proficient they are. It has some nice quality of life improvements over other chatbots, such as reviewing drafts. Oh, it's actually complimenting it and stating things that might be different between the two. And Bard gave me an answer which has a lot more content in comparison to what Bing gave me. It gives me a point-wise explanation on things it thinks Bing does well, and it also says some potential tools which you can use, I guess, with Bing, and how you can use it different ways. Again, so in this case, oh, there are other drafts as well. Okay, let's just check that out as well. So, okay. So both of them have given me a pretty good answer, but again here Bard seems to have done a more how do I say it, a more cleaner job, I guess, because it's providing me with a much larger answer which has got more description with key points as well. So I'm going to give the second point to Bard as well. Okay, so now for the third question, let's ask its opinions about something in world news. Let's ask it what does it think about the IPL. Okay, so now Bing has already started generating its answer. So the IPL, or Indian Premier League, is a professional 2020 cricket league in India. It is the most popular cricket league, blah 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 blah. Okay, it's a pretty short answer. What if I ask it to tell me more? describe it further. Okay, so Bard here has done a really good job with it. Again, a very descriptive answer, and well, Bing is just giving me a shorter answer. Bard is giving me things that it likes about IPL. So when I ask what do you think about it, I'm actually asking their opinion about it and not just straight up facts. So again, the third point goes to Bard here because it's actually trying to show its own opinion. While it doesn't make its own opinion, it says the format of the answer is such that it looks like it has an opinion and is letting you know about it. So again, the third point goes to Bard. Okay, so now let's go ahead and ask it something creative, something weird, something so random that you cannot easily find it on the internet, and something which a normal person would surely not think is normal. So I think I'm going to go ahead and ask Bing and Bard to write a poem about a fisherman fighting a pig on the beach. So this seems pretty random, and let's write a poem about a fisherman fighting a pig on the beach. Okay. Both of them have given me an answer. This rhymes. Now let's check out Bard's. Fish, single one, met a pig in the sun. Okay, knowing you're looking blue. Okay, this doesn't rhyme as much, I would say. It's like it's not even a kid's poem because kids' poems are supposed to rhyme. I think Bard did not do a very good job here. Bing obviously does a much better job at this poem, and of course it's a very random poem, so it has taken reference from somewhere. It has taken references. Okay, so maybe that's why it does a better job. It took references about beach poems and about fishermen. Okay, well, this doesn't mention anything about any sources. So obviously I would give this point to Bing. So this is the first proper point to Bing. Bing gets a point for being more creative with a random poem. Sorry about the poem. Okay, so now let's ask both of these AI chatbots to write me a bedtime story. Write a bedtime story about a YouTuber who became a chicken. Again, random, so hopefully it's going to give it a difficult time. Okay, if I look at the both of them, there are many similar characteristics, which means that Bard 2 is using some sort of references in order to create that answer, because if you check this part about after they become chickens, they both had millions of followers, so both the lines are there, and suddenly turned into a chicken. He was so surprised that he didn't know. That's the exact line is here as well. He was very surprised. Yeah, so both of these, so I'm pretty sure they're using references from the same website, so they've both done a pretty good job, and it's a tie again. So yeah. Okay, so now to conclude, we have run 5 tests. 2 of them were for the introduction, 1 was about the code, and 2 creative questions, and the final score is here on your screen. I think Bard should surely get the credit, being an experimental program and the fact that it just released a few weeks ago to the masses, while Bing has had a few months now, maybe a month or 2, in order to learn from the masses and learn outputs and all of that stuff. So Bing is of course really good, and I feel it's better than ChatGPT because of course it's already based on ChatGPT. But Bard by Google looks like it's one step ahead, and once it's out of its experimental phase, I'm pretty sure it'll cross Bing. Don't get me wrong, both of these these AI chatbots are really good. I'm just trying to compare which one gives me a better answer. The fact is that AI has come to such a level that it's answering all of these things now, which itself is a pretty good thing. But now I'm just trying to compare the answers and see which one will provide a more user-friendly and a better answer. This code just means that the answers provided were better, although we should keep in mind that both of them do give you a really good answer. So let me know what you guys think about this entire AI chatbot scenario and your opinions about Bard and Bing AI as well. If you want me to make a video about the Pixel 7a, let me know in the video description. For now, that's it. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave links for both those accounts in the video description. Thanks for watching. This is Techsavage, and I'll see you guys in the next one.